Good evening, everyone. Big changes are coming to grocery stores across America. Starting April 1st, 2025, several popular foods may become harder to find. Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down the 6 items disappearing from shelves and, more importantly, why. This isn't about causing panic, it's about being prepared. Stay with us.
Let's start with something that might be a little hard to swallow. Chocolate lovers, brace yourselves. We're not just talking about your favorite candy bar becoming more expensive. We're talking about potential scarcity. The culprit? A perfect storm brewing in West Africa, the heart of global cocoa production. Extreme weather events, from droughts to floods, have ravaged cocoa farms, decimating harvests. And if that wasn't enough, a fungal disease known as frosty pod rot is wreaking havoc on cocoa trees, further crippling yields. This double whammy of climate change and crop disease has sent cocoa prices soaring. So that chocolate bar you love, get ready to pay a premium, if you can even find it. The livelihoods of millions of cocoa farmers in West Africa hang in the balance.
From one beloved beverage to another, we turn our attention now to coffee. For many of us, that morning cup is essential, a non-negotiable part of the day. Rising temperatures, particularly in key coffee-growing regions like Brazil and Vietnam, are creating inhospitable conditions for coffee plants. Add to that a devastating fungal disease known as coffee leaf rust, which decimates crops, and you have a recipe for disaster. The result? Global coffee production is plummeting, and prices are skyrocketing. That $5 latte? Expect to pay more. This isn't just a wake-up call for coffee lovers, it's a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world.
Our next stop takes us to the sun-drenched groves of Spain, the world's largest producer of olive oil. This culinary staple, celebrated for its flavor and health benefits, is facing a crisis of its own. Spain is in the grips of a historic drought, the worst in decades. Water reserves are dwindling, and olive trees, which thrive in temperate climates, are struggling to survive. The result? Olive yields have plummeted, sending shockwaves through the global olive oil market. Prices for this liquid gold have already begun to soar, and experts predict the situation will only worsen in the coming months. The olive oil crisis is a stark reminder of the fragility of our food systems in the face of a changing climate.
From the olive groves of Spain, we travel to the sunshine state of Florida, the heart of America's orange juice industry. A tiny insect, the Asian citrus psyllid, has unleashed a devastating disease on Florida's orange groves' citrus greening. This disease, which blocks the flow of nutrients within the tree, has decimated orange production in Florida, causing billions of dollars in losses and forcing many growers out of business. Prices for orange juice have skyrocketed as supply dwindles. The future of this breakfast staple hangs in the balance. Researchers are working tirelessly to find a solution to citrus greening, but for now, the outlook remains uncertain.
Rice, a staple food for billions of people around the world, is facing its own set of challenges, driven by a confluence of factors: climate change, conflict, and economic instability. In India, the world's largest exporter of rice, erratic weather patterns, including droughts and floods, have wreaked havoc on rice production. To safeguard their own domestic supplies, the Indian government has imposed export bans, sending shockwaves through the global rice market. The war in Ukraine, a major exporter of wheat, has further exacerbated the situation, driving up demand for rice as a substitute grain. This surge in demand, coupled with dwindling supplies, has sent rice prices soaring to multi-year highs. Rising prices and shortages threaten to push millions into hunger and poverty.
Our final stop takes us to the heartland of America, where a different kind of food crisis is brewing. Beef, a staple of the American diet, is facing its own set of challenges, driven by a complex interplay of factors: rising feed costs, drought conditions in cattle-producing regions, and shifting consumer preferences. The cost of feeding cattle has skyrocketed in recent years, driven by factors such as rising grain prices and supply chain disruptions. Drought conditions in key cattle-producing regions such as Texas and Oklahoma have further exacerbated the situation, making it more difficult and expensive to raise cattle. As a result, consumers are facing higher prices for beef at the grocery store. Concerns about the environmental impact of beef production are leading some consumers to reduce their beef consumption, or seek out alternative protein sources. We've covered a lot of ground tonight, from chocolate to coffee olive oil to orange juice rice to beef. The message is clear: our food systems are under pressure and the grocery store as we know it is changing. But this isn't about giving in to fear or panic, it's about being informed and empowered. So what can you do? First, don't hoard. Instead, consider stocking up gradually on shelf-stable items you use regularly. Be open to exploring alternatives and stay informed. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on food trends and shortages.